Hey everybody, I'm Cheryl Swift, Duchess of Rock and Roll. I'm here today in Nashville. It's been all the seasons today.
All the seasons.
All the seasons in one day. We've had hoodies, air conditioning, and heat, and rain, and now sun.
Right.
So it's the one day a year where you get all four seasons.
Right.
I'm here with Jesse Kramer. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great.
Good.
Just had some great food with some great friends here in Nashville. Anyway, Jesse and I met just like 72 hours ago or so.
Pretty much at the Ryman for Cody, right?
Yeah. And I was in town for Cody Jenks, who is a friend of mine and a friend of Jesse's. And we met, and I got to see him play live last night. Holy shit. This kid is a badass. Guitar singing, songwriting, lyrics, it's all there. So, I was wondering if you could talk about some of your influences and how you became Jesse Kramer.
Well, I was raised in church and was used to old school gospel hymns, so I really like this simple melody and structure, and you could get bluesy with it, and that always had touched me with, blues. There's something that made me feel. And then I found classic rock with Aerosmith, and got in to Joe Cocker, Johnny Lang, and then I really listened to lyrics, James Taylor and stuff like that. Just listened to John Denver, stuff like that. So I got different ideas from that.
Right, John Denver, my first concert ever.
Really?
13th birthday.
Wow.
Yeah,
awesome.
I know. I'm
Awesome.
always so proud of that being my first concert in life. What a great loss it was to lose him. And James Taylor, who I believe might be the quintessential song storyteller of our time. I mean, simple but profound lyrics. I love James Taylor. And what I find unique about you is you really have your own sound. You're like the Kramer genre, I think, might come from you because there's so many influences. Tell me, I know you just mentioned James Taylor, but I know there's rock, the gospel. Who is the one person, like the dream gig for you? Who would you want to play with if you could?
Probably Prince.
Yeah.
I think Prince. I just think the way that he doesn't. He hears, sees, tastes, feels music. It's just it'd be something else that should have said something like that. But probably Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he was still here.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of loss in the last year. Lots of very many unique and talented voices have left us. And, the circle of life, right? So we lose all these greats, and then I walked in last night to see you play, and I was instantly I was just saying today how, you hear artists and you're like, I like them, or they're really great, but for me, it's rare that I just stand up out of my seat, like stunned. That's happened maybe 3 times, and last night was one of them. And there's just a really old soul in you. There's just this expression coming out of you I just haven't seen in a really long time. So thank you for sharing your talent with the world.
Thanks for listening.
So I also know that you've been working with Jim Moose Brown, who's a very famous cat in his own right. And how's that working out for you?
It's great. I met Moose about a year ago, and we started co-writing, and really dig each other's vibing and co-writing together, and we're working on a couple of songs that's going to be released pretty soon.
Oh, that's great.
He's actually a member of the Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, and played with Ward during the weekend that Cody was here.
Yes.
He played keys. I believe he wrote 5 O'Clock Somewhere by Alan Jackson.
I do believe I heard that spoken this weekend. I was like, holy Toledo, what a song.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yes. And it's good that you have such a great producer and mentor, in the music business to help you along, because you're relatively young, and it's great to have good people around you. It's not always the case, and so it's good when you have some good people around you.
Absolutely.
So you have an EP out.
I do.
5 songs.
All original.
All originals. And you guys just have to go online. We'll give you the websites at the end, and there's YouTube videos, and you can get your music online, I'm assuming.
TooMuchSoulForNashville.com will lead you to all social media, all kind of links to purchase CDs and demos coming up. Limited supplies right now. I'm almost out. So hurry in while those are still here.
Right. You're going to want to own this so that someday you can say you heard about him then. So when you're on big stages and touring the world, you know, they'll be like, remember that Duchess chick on the back porch with the kid? That's him up there in front of 60,000 people at the stadium. I think that's where he's headed. He may be too humble to say it, but I can say it. So we got these 5 songs. So I heard that you got to go on stage recently with one of my favorite singer-songwriters, Cody. So tell me about how that happened.
I was in Bowling Green, Kentucky. He gave me a call and he said, "Hey, buddy, you come sing a song with me?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
And you're like, why wouldn't I?
We met Music City Roots, and that's where kind of like the fan base kind of started, was that night. And I remember I tried to get a hold of him because I know that he was getting bigger and people are wanting to talk to him. But I said, "Hey, before you leave, I got a song I'll sing to you." And sang Cast No Stones for him, and the song I wrote for him, Why Whiskey Burns. And from then we kind of clicked, you know. And then Bowling Green, he called me up and goes, "Hey, let's sing Cast No Stones." I'm like, "Cool deal." So we got to do that, and that was something else.
Yes.
Thanks to him, I finally got that website up, toomuchsoulfornashville.com, and so thank you, Cody, for that.
Yeah, and I have special affinity for Cody because he helped launch my website.
Yeah.
And so he's, Cody's a very extraordinary man in that he knows what it's like to be humble and play in front of 30, 40 people. And now he's playing the Ryman this weekend. So it's great to have a friend in the music industry to watch someone grow and win it. You know, he's winning, in my opinion. Very little airplay, very much old school country sound with a modern lyric. And he's done it essentially on his own with the fan base. And I'm just really proud of him. And I hope that's, hope we get you on the radio and on the big stage, kind of, what a great thing to see people have success that aren't in the big, in the scene necessarily, So we have the EP. What's coming next for you?
Next, I just formed a band, and our first show will be November 18th at Puggett's in Nashville, 9 o'clock. So make sure you guys come out to that. Something new, something different that I'd love to share with you guys. And I'll be opening up for a pop country act at the Basement, October 30th, 7 o'clock. And I'd like for you guys, all the Flockers, Wardens, and WolfPack people, WolfPack, by the way, fan page, join that and get that up. And come out and say hi, and let's show these people what it really takes to have a really good fan base and something real.
Yes. I think in the music industry, the puppy just wanted to say hello to everyone. I think in the music world today, there's so much out there in all genres, really, that sounds the same. And it's nice to have someone so young and so talented. There's so much opportunity for you. But I hope the right people at the right time hear it, and that more people get to hear you, because the world needs to hear Jesse Kramer, in my opinion. And my opinion matters. So I'm just kidding. Oh, to me, I'm just kidding. So those 2 gigs are coming up. You're gonna try to do some more studio work.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Come out shortly. Gotta raise some funds first.
Yeah, fun is good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tomorrow will be now fall, since we had the one day with all 4 seasons, right? Because you only have a couple nice days, right?
Right.
Then straight into fall in Nashville. Well, I just have to say that, like I said, the band, the Temperance Movement, brought me out of my seat. Cody Jinks brought me out of my seat. And last night, I started like crying. You're just so talented. I'm just so honored that there's a special gentleman out there, Autry. Thank you so much for.
Thank you, Autry, Di, and Allison, Di.
Thank you so much for, he's been sending me messages, but they were in my other folder, and so I'm so sorry I didn't get to see them before. But I got to meet him this weekend, and he's a very huge fan and helper of your music, and so thank you for being the kind of guy who helps out artists. And so let's tell the people where they can. So tell them the websites, the Instagram, the Twitter, so they can find you on social media.
toomuchsoulfornashville.com is the website. Jesse Kramer, there's 2 of them, but either one will do on Facebook. J Kramer 37 Instagram. Jesse Kramer Soul on Twitter.
Right on. Awesome. Well, I'm thrilled to watch where your career goes. I feel like I got on, I feel like I'm at the ground floor of Apple. You know, like there's so much coming that you can't even see it. You know, it's gonna explode. Well, you're a badass.
Me.
He really is. So, I'm Cheryl Swift.
Jesse Kramer.
I'm the of rock and roll. He's too much soul for Nashville.
Give him soul.
We're here in Nashville this afternoon, and we're going to go eat some barbecue and drink some wine. So we wish you all peace, love, and rock and roll.